Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I have a review of Lloyd's Titan Mech for the 15th anniversary of NINJAGO. This is a March 1st release, however I was able to find it just a little bit early. It retails for $129.99, about 1,300 pieces, and it is a really good mech. So starting with the actual mech build, obviously, it's big. It's about the same height as the Cold Titan mech, but it's much like bulkier, especially in the legs and like the shoulder pads. Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. I do have a few gripes with it, which we'll get into when we get a bit closer in. But obviously you've got your regular posability, arms up, elbows in, and then hands can move, shoulder pads can move all around. Legs can go forward, backward, bend at the knee, and then the foot has a big range of motion, and then also waist movement right there, and then a little thigh movement slightly to the side. It's nice, it helps pose it a bit better, but let's get a bit closer into the actual build. So starting off at the legs of the build, they are exactly identical apart from the upper thigh, which is just mirrored. They're very nice. So some sort of bulky feet. It's got the rubber like pieces on the bottom, so it helps it not move so much when it's on a table or on a surface. So that does help, especially helps with posing it. You've got the double ball joints and then this like special piece. I don't know what it's called, but they introduced it with the Kai Fire Mech, Climber Mech in what, 24, and they've been using it for most bigger mechs since. Going up the legs, because this is a 15th anniversary set, these legs are very similar to the ones from the original set, so these are much bulkier, thicker than what they used to be. It used to literally just be like this piece there, and then I'll move the arm out of the way. Going up, you've got the knee, so bends in. You've got a little shoulder or armor piece, so you can have that out when it's up, or close it in just so it looks a bit nicer. The actual leg itself uses the big, I believe it's the Grievous canopy piece. So there's one on the outside and one on the inside. There's a sticker on the one on the outside, and then the sticker here. It looks very nice, but yeah, not much to it. You got little exhausts in there, which really adds to the mech feel. I really like those. They do feel out of place sometimes though. And coming around to the back, it's all just anti-studs, not very detailed, but like you're very rarely viewing this mech from the back. And then obviously the exact same on the other leg, just flipped around. Now let's get to the body. So the main body has these two sea-bound blade pieces. Obviously weren't there for the original one, but it mimics what the gold pieces there are. They're locked in place with ball joints, and then there's like a little Technic pin, like the one with the stud on it, and it locks it in place, so you can't really move it. You have to like fully pull it out. So it stays in place very nicely. You've then got the waist here, so you can turn it. It's about like a 90-degree turn in total, so like 90 degrees from here to here. My only problem with this is it can feel loose sometimes, and that's because it's this connection, the same one from the like smaller mechs, and they use that connection a lot for some of these parts, like especially that middle, and then I know there's one other part that uses it, but it just can get a bit loose. And then also when you're grabbing the mech, if you ever move this can move up and down, but if you accidentally pull on it, the whole thing comes off, and it's really annoying. I hate when that happens. Ooh. Okay, now it just doesn't want to connect properly. I'll fix that. There we go. But yeah, that can be annoying. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot, never mind. I'll fix that after. But yeah, that can be annoying sometimes. Going up into the main cockpit area, you've got obviously the head, which is a much bigger build than the original version. It's got bigger horns, it's got a little beard. And then inside the cockpit, if you can see, I might need to raise this up a little further and bring it in. You've got 2 slots at the back, and these specifically are made for Lloyd's swords. So you can stick them in there, just like this. And now they won't be moving anywhere. And then you can just get Lloyd sitting in top. So there's just the little bracket piece. And he just sits in there nicely. There's 2 printed screens, but they don't have anything special on them. And you just close up the head. And then you've got Lloyd sitting in the mech. So moving on to the arms, they're the exact same build, just obviously mirrored as well. You've got a ratchet joint here, and then you can turn that around. You've got full 360 here, and then obviously all the way up and down. And then you've got one at the elbow, again, full 360. You can move it forward and back. You've got the giant wheel piece, which is kind of reminiscent of the armor that was there on the original version. And then the hand, which is a nice small build. You've got a sticker on the hand, and then inside you've got a Technic pin, which I can show on the other arm, holds the sword for the mech. So this is a big sword, uses the crystallized piece and the sea-bound blade piece, and then sort of the hats, which have been reminiscent through the whole build, and then it's got a little mop at the end. It's a very nice sword, very big, and obviously compatible with other mechs, but we'll leave that to the side for now. And then coming up, just above the arms, you've got the 2 shoulders. You've got little flags hanging off it. You've got Lloyd's legacy symbol, obviously the original dragon Lloyd symbol from like seasons 1 and 2. Or like it was after he got after the like snake one he originally had, and then obviously got the L for Lloyd. But these are very nice shoulder pads. Again, exact same build. You've got a little sticker on there. They're very big, like much bigger than I thought, and yeah, full movement up and down, and that's about it. So let's get on to the final part of the set. So the final part of the set is the backpack, which just gets detached just like that. And you've got 2 big sort of wings and then 2 smaller ones, very reminiscent of the original sort of flyer from the back. And then what you can do with this is you can take these little arm ones out and then take off the top 2, just like that. And then these top 2 come together. So you get one big shield. And then using the Technic pins on the back, you can connect it into the arm. So you get a shield, which can be kind of annoying to pose sometimes, because it doesn't have like a full range of motion, and especially with the arm getting it in the right spot. However, there are some good poses you can get with it. And then if we just take this off, sometimes this gets stuck in, which is very annoying. So you just got to reattach it at the back. With these blades, you've got one for each arm, and they just stick in to the hand. So you can use it as sort of like a jab, kind of like that. And then the last 2 things with the backpack is because of the connection here, and then on the back of the build, you can use the Cold Titan Mech one, because they are the exact same. So that's very nice. And then just reattaching this real quick. It does look ugly when there's nothing on it. However, you can also drop the sword right there on the back as well. So you can have everything stored on the back and have like no weapons on the mech. And it just is like clean. And I think that is really nice. But yeah, I think that's really it about the build, let's get onto the minifigures. So our first figure is Legacy Lloyd. So the Legacy suits for the 15th anniversary are based off the ZX suits from Season 1. So Lloyd's obviously based off of the Season 1 one. The only difference is he's gold instead of silver, which I think really fits Lloyd, helps like more reference his future as the Golden Master, all of that. Yeah, I've already gone over this suit twice now, so not much special to say. Thanks to this set, he is now, I think, the 4th most, because Kai's the most, then Wu, then Cole, and then Lloyd, just because Cole's in a cheaper set. But yeah, I mean, he looks good. Not much to say. Same face print and everything. There's the new mask mold, but we've had that since January now. And then the only special thing is on his back, he's got his original symbol from like when he was introduced, which is just really cool to see them reference even now. But yeah, I mean, don't got much else to say. It is Legacy Lloyd. If you want to see a better review of Legacy Lloyd, I've got my Ninja anniversary display where that was my first time reviewing him, so I actually kind of went into it. But yeah, let's move on to the 2 exclusives in the set. So next up we have Grimfax. This is like the only Season 11 like main sort of character villain that we didn't get. I barely remember him, to be honest, but he's cool. I like the bringing back the Ice Samurai helmet. Kind of wish they gave him like the transparent arm and leg that, you know, a lot of the other ones got, or even the chest armor, but it's fine. He's got this sort of great axe, which has got like ice on the top and bottom. It's very nice. Yeah, don't have much else to say. He's got double-sided face. Some nice printing. I do like the dark blue. They very much did like dark red and dark blue for the ice chapter, and I think because we only got the helmets in dark red, it's nice to get it in dark blue as well. And then the back looks nice as well. Some very simple leg printing. Not a crazy figure. For some hardcore Ninjago fans, it might be. I would say I am. I barely remember Grimfax, but that's because Season 11 is just kind of like a blip in my mind, all things considered. And also, like, pretty side character in Season 11 from memory. But yeah, let's move on to the anniversary exclusive. So that was my review for the Lloyd's Titan Mech 15th anniversary. I think this is a really good remake. I did pull out my old one, so I will be doing a comparison very soon. I really like this mech. I just personally have a problem with mechs where, especially these bigger ones, like when you're trying to pose them and move them around, they can feel really flimsy. However, once you've got it stuck in that pose, it will not move. Like, I've had my Cole's Titan Mech up for 1.5 years, almost 2 years. Perfect. The only problems was when I was trying to change how it looked. But yeah, I think this is a really good mech. Very happy they sort of went back to this one, because we've now had 4 Titan mechs. This is technically our 5th, but still our 4th. And all the Titan mechs except the original Lloyd one sort of have been uniform in the knees and then sort of the posability of it, whereas the previous Lloyd Titan mech was very rigid because it was from 2019, to be fair. So yeah, we do have leaks for more Titan mechs, so maybe we'll have a full Titan mech line. I'll try to find all my Titan mechs out so I can get a video comparing all of them. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about the set. I definitely think it's worth the $130. Could be a little cheaper, but I mean, it is a big build. It is bigger than the Cole one, and the Cole one was what, 100? It only came with 1 figure, so this at least gives you 2 exclusive figures and then 1 other one, and it's one of the 15th anniversary figures. So yeah, very, very good set. Recommend getting it when it drops on March 1st. Hopefully there's reviews coming up before then, but we'll see. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review, which most likely won't be until June, but knowing my luck, it will probably be in May. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.